My name is Willis Lamb, Field Supervisor of the LRTC Technical Large Animal Rescue Team in northwestern Nevada. We are an all-risks team that covers multiple counties and responds to an average of over 500 incidents per year. This presentation is a preview as to what participants can expect during hands-on technical large animal rescue training and the related exercises. Large animals are by their very nature bulky and sometimes hazardous. We use equipment and techniques to work smarter, not harder. These techniques are introduced through instruction and rescue scenarios that require the proper utilization of these various techniques through teamwork. Furthermore, responders have differing physical capabilities, so through the exercises, responders can gain skills in tasks that aren't particularly physical but are necessary to achieve the objectives. Here is a sampler of the elements that will be covered. Ropes and accessories. We have a few basic rope types such as life safety ropes, utility ropes, and accessory ropes. We also utilize webbing and prusik loops. Through training and the exercises, everyone should develop an intuitive sense as to how to identify these items, what they are safely used for, and how to apply them. We typically use what's called the family of 8 knots as they are easy to tie, easy to inspect, are reliable, and they generally untie easily. We also use the alpine butterfly and for webbing, the water knot. We use rope and rope systems to secure and move heavy objects utilizing standard mechanical advantage systems and force vectoring to multiply our pulling power and control the movement of the animals or objects. Exercises will employ ropes and accessory hardware such as pulleys, cams, carabiners, and Petzl IDs. We will train on and use specific techniques for moving downed animals and for packaging them on the rescue glides for transport. Lifting has to be done correctly and safely. We train and practice on appropriate techniques for various situations. One of our lifting apparatus is the Becker rescue frame. Training includes setting up the frame in both bipod and tripod configurations and rigging the appropriate mechanical advantage systems for raising an animal. Training includes best practices for resolving large animal issues in confined spaces such as small box stalls, trenches, and overturned trailers. Additional in-service training includes incidents involving bogged large animals, pool and water rescues, cattle guard rescues, swiftwater awareness and safety, wildfire awareness and safety, responses involving foals including the use of air for pause. We also try to schedule an evacuation and shelter exercise with live animals using a different shelter facility each year. These elements are introduced in the various distance learning videos, and it's advantageous for participants to at least get some basic orientation involving these techniques, particularly familiarization with knots, so that the exercises will run quickly and smoothly. But we don't play stump the dummy in training, so these various elements will be reviewed and practiced prior to the exercises. It's just far more efficient if participants gain some familiarity with this equipment and these techniques prior to formal training. Also, a good introduction into unfamiliar knots is Animated Knots by Grog that can be found at animatedknots.com. This video is provided solely for orientation and to illustrate our equipment and training practices that we have found useful. Persons inexperienced with these activities should receive competent instruction and have sufficient practice to operate safely and confidently when under pressure. Thanks for watching this video. We hope that it has provided you with some useful material. For more information, please visit lrtcrescue.org.